We're live. We're live.
Greetings, greetings, everybody. Welcome to I'm My Sister's Keeper podcast, where tonight I will be interviewing our innovative podcast life coach, woman of many talents and many hats tonight. So, the same questions that were posed to myself and the panel the other day relative to what we feel we've accomplished in 2024 will be the topic of discussion tonight because we understand that there were a lot of questions from the audience about you, Carla. So before I kick it off, do you want to just give a brief introduction about who you are? Not that we don't already know most of it, but go on.
So, most folks should already know my name is Carla, and I am the executive director for the I'm My Sister's Keepers project. The I'm My Sister's Keepers project encompasses a lot of umbrellas. We have Ladies of Etiquette, which is a program dedicated to young women between the ages of 10 and 16. We also have the I'm My Sister's Keepers podcast, which is a little bit more on the adult side. The I'm My Sister's Keepers podcast is a safe space where we go to discuss everyday issues that affect our well being while keeping shit real, raw, and unfiltered.
Uncut,
Uncut,
unfiltered, all of
filtered,
that.
it's raw. And then we have my coaching practice. I am a empowerment coach, and so I have clients, and then I also I'm proud to say that I am the founder of a women's empowerment conference movement. The movement started, well, it's a long story, but it's due to the pandemic and really not being able to hang out with my besties. And so I had empowerment conferences via the internet, and we were able to bring together women from the West Indies as well as the US. So it was domestic and international. And we just kind of talked about how we were able to think outside the box to kind of make things happen for ourselves.
Absolutely.
And then the viewers wanted to know if we would actually um, join each other in a venue. And so we did. And the first conference was in the Midwest. Shout out to everyone in the Midwest. It was in Sterling Heights,
Yes.
Michigan. That was a huge success. And we decided to bring a conference to the Northeast. So we had a conference this year in West Orange, New Jersey. We had another conference in Sterling Heights in August. For 2025, I have a lunch and learn or learn and lunch in Newark, March the
Yes.
22nd, 2025. I'm waiting to speak to a young lady to finalize the location and the venue for another city in the Midwest. And then we're booked, locked, and loaded for the space in Sterling Heights, Michigan. So
Absolutely.
as of right now, I
Shout out
am
to
looking.
Tommy at the UAW Hall
Shout out to
in Sterling
Tommy
Heights, Michigan.
Paul. We are the best. He is my bestie, um, and so we are looking forward to the three events, major events that I have so far for 2025. But I mean, there's still a lot of things that are in the work. So I will definitely keep you guys posted because those listen, this stuff is not easy. It is a lot of work. Hello.
And I know that most people are saying, "Wow, 2025." We are, for most of us, we know we are closing Q4, the fiscal year and whatnot, and we're preparing. And I always say to people, being in hospitality, we are so far ahead in the calendar year. So March will be here before we know it. August will be here, June, July, the summer will be here. And that for us is definitely conference season. So I wanted to kick off the purpose of this gathering. Um, Share with us two of your most significant accomplishments this year, including the strategies that you employed to achieve them.
So it's interesting because for me, and I'll start with strategies, right? Because I have to
Mhm.
have a plan, and then once I
Absolutely.
have a plan, then I execute. So essentially, it is at the end of every year, I kind of sit down and I make a to do list for myself for the following year. And on my to do list was to ensure that I was able to pull off the two conferences that I wanted to have, that I have a strong team who supports my vision, ideas, and thoughts, and kind of check me if I'm out of control because sometimes I get out of control. Um, um, what is the purpose of these events and why am I doing what I'm doing? Because obviously there's a reason
Absolutely.
behind the movement, right? And then there's, I mean, a lot of other things that go into that. It's the food, it's the swag bags, it's
The
the
setup.
promotion. It is a lot.
It's all
There's a
the
lot of
back end stuff.
back
Yeah.
end stuff, and so I write all these things down, and and then I really sit and kind of I meditate on it and I take it to God and I ask for guidance, right?
Absolutely.
Because I can want one thing, but the big homie may want me to
Absolutely.
do something different. So we need to be on the same page, okay?
Absolutely. I
And
agree.
so then after I do that, I uh, I will get the team together, and the team is Dr. Bennett. She ain't in it, and
But
Liz,
be all up in it because
yeah,
she
or
be
be
doing her
all up
thing
in it,
now.
right?
Okay.
Or
Mhm.
the Empress herbalist, master herbalist. I will call these young ladies and we talk often, we text often. I review my ideas and thoughts with them, and then we kind of strategize on how to move forward to accomplish the things that I want to bring to life. So my accomplishments are much more than two, right? Definitely the conference of both the one in the Northeast and the one in the Midwest. Uh, but it's also the marketing of that. It's the networking.
Indeed.
It's the networking of folks that I have been able to meet with in the state of New Jersey, New York, but then in these different states that I'm trying to organize conferences there. Like it's a lot. There's a lot of moving pieces
Absolutely.
behind the scenes. And so it is really about me keeping some form of organization, mapping out a to-do list daily, and then executing on that to-do list. And what I don't get accomplished on Monday will then kind of drag over to Tuesday and Wednesday, etc., and so forth. But I mean, honestly, the conference take up the majority of my time because once again, there's so many moving pieces
I was
behind
going to say,
it.
there's so many components to
Yeah.
it, Carla. And just if I could interject for a minute, the response, especially this year, and
Mm.
the organizations that are reaching out to you
Yes.
to collaborate, because again, this is about collaboration,
Yeah, it is.
and us doing our part. And that's the thing that's inspiring to me is when you text me and say, "Oh my God, you'll never believe this," and guess who reached out?
Right.
And it's just a testimony to me in real time that this is definitely an ordained mission where you have people that need to hear what you're pulling together. And so for that, I appreciate you. Like I said, it inspires me to be um, just a little tighter with certain things that I'm handling as well. So thank you for that.
Listen, like I said, there's so many moving parts. So
Absolutely.
yes, the part of I have people that contact me who want to know more about what I'm doing professionally and personally, right?
Yeah.
I have folks that reach out to me who want me to speak. I have folks who reach out to me because they want me to mentor them. I have women from different cities who want me to bring the conference to their city. I am looking for vendors for
Yes,
both
we're always looking
here
for
and
funding.
so there are so many moving parts in this. Shout out to my assistant Savannah. I
Oh
know
yeah, girl is
that
on
I
her.
drive
She is on
you.
her. Yeah,
I know
she's
that
on
I
her
drive
job
you crazy,
for
but I love
sure.
you. I know that I drive you crazy, but I love you. It's important to be in the mixed with social media, right? And so it's the social media, it's the blogging, it's the community events because I need to be a part of the community events so that I am in the space with these women from different walks of life, right? I mean, there's a lot.
No,
There's a lot. And
absolutely.
I'm pretty proud of myself for 2024,
You should
definitely.
be. You definitely should be because I mean, I was looking over something. I think there was a memory that popped up on one of my feeds, and it was regarding the virtual event we did on relationships. Remember that
Oh my
one?
God. That
That
was
was
like 4 years
definitely
ago, I believe.
yes. Oh my goodness! And I was just, reflecting on how far we've come, and even just considering the one-time invitation that you extended, and just the response to that as well has been
Do
mind
you
blowing.
know that there's a female and a male who were on that's getting married in August of 2025?
Wow. Oh my
And I'm
goodness.
invited to the wedding.
Oh, that's
Absolutely.
beautiful. That's beautiful.
Absolutely.
All right. So
Well,
I'm
that's
going to,
crazy that you mentioned that because I didn't even tell
yes,
you that.
you certainly didn't. I'm going
I
to
didn't
keep it
even tell you
moving
that.
because I'm going to move on because we have quite a lot to unpack tonight. Identify one challenge you encountered this year and explain the method or methods you utilize to successfully overcome it. And I have to say this, something jumped to the top of my head, but go ahead.
Um, the me feeling like I have to do everything. Delegating is such a difficult, it's so very difficult. I've never really been able to delegate because I feel like I have to be in the middle of everything. I need to know what's going on. Don't sign anything, don't send anything, don't do anything. I need to be in the mix. But because everything is moving so fast and it's growing quicker than I thought it would, I have to have the right people in place so that they can too deliver a clear and concise message about what the vision is. Because if
Absolutely.
I don't learn how to delegate, my head is going to pop off and roll down the street somewhere, and it's just going to be somewhere. And so I am
The
now,
family and I are going to be running after your eyes. We cannot have that,
I
Carla.
know, I know. And so that has
Mm.
been quite difficult. But I said in August at the conference in Sterling Heights that I am going to delegate,
Oh, yeah.
even if it kills me.
Well, it won't kill
I
you,
am
but we're going to
going,
ensure that you
I
delegate.
am going to
Hmm.
delegate. And so this is why I now have all of my binders for 2025 and I'm mapping out what we need to accomplish. And this is why. So we know Sterling Heights. Okay, that's a wrap because
A
I have
ground
people that I
team.
have, yeah, I got a
A
team.
ground
I got
team.
a
A
team
team on
now.
the ground.
I got a
Yes.
team now in Michigan who I've already started speaking to, so they know what the vision is. And so when I get to Michigan before August, we are going to sit down to talk about how to strategize. So I got that. Okay. So that's good. That's a
Absolutely.
pat on my back. Thumbs up for me on that. And then for the other city in the Midwest, well, I've already spoke to several people regarding that. We know what we have to do. Thumbs up for that because I'll be involved, but I won't be involved.
Yeah,
So
I
I'm
think
excited
Bennett
about
and
that.
I will probably spearhead that one a little more because we both
Yeah.
have people on the ground
So I'm
ready to be
excited.
there.
I'm excited about
So
that.
with
So I'm
that
in
one,
it.
I feel like that one we just gonna say just show up, caller. Just
I'm
just
in it, but
show
I'm
up.
not in it.
We
I'm
got
in
you.
it, but I'm not in it.
But
And
I'm
so
glad that you brought that up just real quick about the ground team or the team on the ground or the street team, right? Because that was the challenge we encountered. Remember,
oh,
some of the ground team wasn't as in place, but it we overcame it, of course, because we get there in enough time to avert those types of pseudo crises. But I'm glad you brought that up because yes, I do feel like going into 2025, we have a more solid team in place and
we have
everything
a
just
structured
worked out, I think,
foundation. We have a structured
absolutely.
foundation. And
Hmm.
so I'm really excited about that. Um, things are a little bit more organized. Not that I never wanted them to be organized, but when you slip, you slide. It's like a domino
Right.
effect.
Absolutely.
When one domino falls, then you have other dominoes that fall. Oh my God. So now, instead of just having a plan A and B, I have a C, D, and an E covered.
Absolutely. Yep.
Covered.
Just
I'm
in
covered.
case.
So the delegating, it to me is been the most challenging part of all
Yeah.
of it. I've never
And
been one
that's to
to
be
delegate,
expected.
but
That's to be
I
expected.
am committed to doing a much better job in 2025 of that. And hopefully I answer your question.
No, you did. I like I said, I feel like you did, and I'm just so amazed at as like you said, as we continue to move forward, there are already so many foundational things that are in place that we don't even have to come back to.
So
So yeah, so it's just exciting to see how it grow. It's
let me
grown.
tell you, let me tell you, the gentleman who got our lunch together for the conference in the Midwest. He really did me a solid on several different aspects of that. And so I had been calling him for several weeks, but I wasn't able to find him. I reached him yesterday afternoon and I had to personally tell him, thank you. Thank you so much for the suggestions that you made. Thank you so much for the extra condiments and all the other things that you sent me. And I know that, the spread that we had for the salad, that
Yeah,
really wasn't the spread that they normally do. He listened to what I needed him to execute for me, and
it
he
was
did it
perfect to me.
flawlessly. I had to tell him thank you. And he was like, oh my God,
Hmm.
I can't believe you called. I said, I had to tell you thank you because I know you guys don't even really do that. I know
Right,
that you don't
right,
do that. And you
right.
did that for me. And
And it
so
was just, yeah, and it was delicious. Everybody talked about it. It was
it was
enough.
great. It was great.
So that
It
was
was
really
great.
good. All
That's my
right.
best friend too. In my mind, that's my best friend too. Okay.
Well, yeah, of course. And I'm sure he loving his best friend status with you as well every time August roll around with his Shirley Heights.
Yeah, he's
Just
got a
saying.
really nice order. He's got a really nice order. That's my
So
buddy.
this is the one, this next question is the one that all of us typically have a challenge trying to incorporate. Describe your plans for prioritizing self-care and well-being in the upcoming year.
I am not a I have learned to turn social media off.
Absolutely.
I turn it off. I'm on social media. I'm
Right.
on all these different platforms, but it will not suck the life out of me. I
Mm-mm.
refuse. I turn it off. I do not want to be one of those people. Every time you see them, their heads down. You go out to dinner, everybody's head down. You're in a bar. You're just having cocktails. I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm not going to be one of those people. So self care for me is knowing when to utilize the internet and when to turn it the hell off.
Right. And
Uh,
it's, yeah, go
Go
ahead.
ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was going to say that too, because I know that, I'm on the road a lot. So oftentimes I'm having dinner alone. And so I'm finding myself like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm having dinner. I always have my little stand for my
But you by
phone.
yourself, so that's different. And you're
Right. But
entertaining yourself.
still, I might be blocking blessings,
Oh
I'm
well, yeah, you never know.
just
Hello.
saying, my head is down, my head might need to be up, or what. I'm just saying. I've learned and I've grown accustomed to that as well. Like, okay, I'm not gonna this time I eat dinner or when my food comes, I'm gonna not be on the phone. I'm gonna enjoy my food and maybe look up at the TV because usually there's something on, a
Oh
game
yeah.
or whatever. But yeah, it's super important because what I've found recently as well, especially I have another project that I'm working on. It I say I'm going to stop and then I'm like sucked into it. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think that that's definitely um, a good idea to be on top of
I know. Yeah, I know.
in
Right?
terms of going dark and that sort of thing.
I am going to ensure that I'm in the bed at a decent hour. Okay, that's one. I need to get more rest. I can't be up all night because I could be up all night doing stuff. I'm not. I gotta
That's
stop.
that's definitely not
I,
recommended.
I, I gotta stop. I gotta stop. I am going to read more. Okay.
Hmm.
I love books. I have tons of books around me. I am
Right.
going to read more. Anyone who knows me knows that I am always about a massage and a wrap and a spa.
Hmm.
I love it. I live for it. I
Absolutely.
live for it. Every time I go to a foreign country, honey, it's the beach and it's the spa. I need to know more about it.
Absolutely.
When I was just in Jamaica in October, I had a chocolate rum wrap and I smelled like chocolate
And
all day. I love it. I love it. So it's really just about me carving out time on a daily basis to
right.
shut down, to shut
Right.
down and enjoy myself. I love being with the kids. I love the kids. Being with the kids, teaching them how to cook, taking them to libraries, taking them to
Having early
theater,
Christmas.
having early Christmas, taking them to the opera, just teaching the babies.
Some cultural things,
I love it. I
some
live
things
for
that
that.
are beyond.
I
It's
live for
funny,
that.
like
I
when
live
you
for
hear
that.
people make those excuses. Well, God, I don't know this before my time, please, whatever.
I live
Anyway,
for that.
That sounds like a good idea. And there's a I cannot remember the sister's name, but we all in this world of healing and empowerment, we learn from so many different people. And there's a sister that's been talking about being deliberate about getting solid hours of sleep.
Yeah, because I don't do it. I
We
don't.
don't. And the thing is that even though you could go to bed at 10, but you're popping up out of bed at 1, that
Oh
you
my
need to really be mindful of that. So what helps me is I sleep with the frequency sound. Sometimes it's brown noise, sometimes it's pink noise, sometimes it's different frequencies of sound. I don't know normally do like the sounds of rain. I like those, but that's not what I like to go to sleep
God,
to.
like that.
Yeah, but those are the things that I usually recommend to like a lot of the clients that I have that are trying to, because remember, when we are getting those adequate amounts of sleep, our bodies are healing and
Yes,
regenerating itself, and
yes.
we really, really, really need to make sure that we're getting adequate, solid amounts of sleep. All right,
Hard.
let's move on to question number 4. Discuss one of your strategies for amplifying the voices of underrepresented women within our community
I think I do that now. I just don't
in
talk the
everything
talk.
that you do.
I just don't talk the talk. I walk the walk. Like I've
Absolutely.
connected the dots.
You have.
I mean, I'm working hard on, ensuring that women have a voice, a safe space to express themselves, and I'm bringing women in from all walks of life who will encourage them and motivate them, inspire them to become the best version of themselves.
Absolutely.
I'm already on that. I'm already on a mission.
You
So
certainly do understand that part of the assignment. Now, this is the next question. In one word, express what the term sisterhood signifies to you.
it's definitely bigger than one word. To me, it's power, it's loyalty, it's support, and it's solidarity.
Absolutely.
Boom. Period.
Absolutely.
My
No,
niece
and
said to me the other day, boom. I'm like, boom,
right.
what the hell are you talking about? Boom.
Yeah, boom.
Boom. All right.
Right. That's crazy. But no, it's just, what we're doing. We're going to really be needed in 2025. I can kind of see that. Um, we will definitely need to be providing safe spaces for people. I feel like we're going to be attracting different audiences. Um, yeah, I really feel like 2025 is going to be that year that is going to help you reach areas that you may not have even thought to look into.
Hey, listen, every
So,
year, life is about progression, right?
mhm,
So we're supposed to grow as we travel this road called life.
that's
Unfortunately,
the idea.
we don't have a roadmap with some of it, right?
Right,
As you grow up, there you
right,
have morals and values, and there's certain things where your moral compass shouldn't sway, right? Because you know right from
right.
wrong, but we still travel this road called life, and every year, or life is just about progression and growth. And so we don't necessarily know what's behind some of these closed doors that we'll experience. However, we have to get up every day. We have to put one foot in front of the other, and we just have to go
Absolutely,
through it. We have to do it. We have to just get it done. Um,
absolutely,
and so, and so, to me, sisterhood is really it's about loyalty, support, solidarity, and power.
absolutely. And when we have to be mindful of the reality that when we empower women, we empower nations. We
Hmm.
are the common denominator between man and woman. Everybody has a mother, or everybody was born through a mom.
Yep.
So we have to be mindful that we will essentially affect generations. So that to me is the reward in it all, is that we will definitely get to affect change on the ground, in the trenches, in the different spaces and places. So
No, I agree 100%. Like I said, we're not just talking the talk; we're doing the walk. And every year it gets better. I mean, obviously, we haven't been doing this for 25 years, but look at where we are. This was just a thought. This was folks that were emailing saying, hey, listen, are you guys going to have a space so we can get together? And I said, okay, well, let's do this. We put together the first conference in 6 months. 6 months. It takes much longer than 6 months to put together a conference. It takes much
And
longer.
yeah, and not to mention, thinking about the virtual ones.
Yeah. And so look at where we are now. Look at where we are
Absolutely. It's
now.
exciting.
And it's everything is falling into place. Like I said the other night, what I know now, I didn't know in June. What I know now, I didn't know in August. And so every day you learn something more. And the information that I learned, utilize that to, make the movement grow.
You must be tired, girl. You had a long day.
I have. Can you tell? Because I'm wiped out.
No, I cannot tell. And that's the thing, because this is back to point number one, two, three, four, and five, how you keep going
Hmm.
to keep this going and keep putting things together. That's why it's kind of cool for me to kind of be on the other side of the table tonight to really let you speak about you, because you're always
Listen,
pulling.
today we just finalized another presenter for the lunch and learn in Newark. So, honey, it's
That's going to be
busy.
exciting.
It's busy. I mean, there's so many
Yes.
different aspects that I have to organize or finish organizing with that.
And I need to circle back to you about a vendor table, because I know my other sister may want to get one. She's doing a lot of, like, she does like bracelets, like these bracelets, like that. I think I got from her. This I got from her. She does a lot of
I love bracelets.
fragrances and just a lot of beautiful things. She has something for everybody's price point. So I have to circle back to make sure she has the information, so if she's available, she can get a table. But she's
I
been
mean,
doing a lot.
listen, I always talk to you and Bennett. Always, we're on the phone
I
all the
know.
time, day and night, night and day. I'm texting and I'm texting and I'm texting, and then Savannah's texting and email. So the lines of communication are open. I look forward to 2025. I have big things in place. But once again, I have to go and counsel with the Most High God,
Absolutely.
because what I may think I need to do, he may say, no, I need you to go a different route. And if he says go a different route, then I'm just going to have to go a different route. But the end result is empowering women, period.
Amen.
Whether it's domestically or internationally, that is
Absolutely.
what my assignment is. And I am going to ensure that I show up for the job. And I
Absolutely.
am
And you
going
have been.
to
You have been for sure.
I am going to
Certainly
show up
have
for the
been.
job. And so, like I said today earlier, we finalized a another presenter. We don't need any more presenters. We're good. I am over the moon with the last presenter that we had. She is going to blow your socks off. We're
Yes.
good. Yeah, we're good with that. Okay, so now we know that the lunch and learn in March, like that's complete, right? That was the last piece to that component. Now I need to think about this other Midwest city and who are going to be the presenters. See, now that's what we have to do. Got to get that right,
Absolutely.
and then we got to figure out August, because that needs to be finalized soon. I literally only have, what do I have, 8 weeks left, because all of my
Somewhere
tickets go
like that.
live
They go
in
live
January.
January 1st.
So when I
That's
tell you
nothing new for us. We've been
no,
going live January 1st
no,
for the last like 2, 3 years. This is the
we
third year.
have, but now it's three instead of two.
Right. And I
Mhm.
just want to make a verbal note for anyone coming to the Sterling Heights, Michigan one. Be mindful to get your tickets early, because we are going to have a lot of different organizations that are getting ready and preparing to purchase their tickets en masse. So you don't want to
Yes,
be
that's correct.
wait. You don't want to wait till the last minute thinking,
Don't play.
"Oh, I could get this ticket this week." They still got a space, because it's not going to be like that this year. The the
Don't play
the
yourself.
response has been overwhelming, especially amongst the senior community.
Lisa,
That
don't
yes,
play
the senior
yourself.
community, they are ready to come and show out. So I'm just going to tell you, if you are in Michigan, wherever that may be,
Yep.
you want to make sure you get your tickets to the Sterling Heights, Michigan conference, or you might be going to Chicago. Which,
Shout out to everyone in the Midwest.
yes, absolutely.
Shout out to my sister also. My sister played a huge part
Yes,
in the organization of the
yes,
conference in the Midwest. So if I
absolutely.
missed anyone, I didn't
Gail on
purposely. Oh
Vicky,
my
on
God.
the
Auntie
whole crew.
Gail,
The support
everybody.
there
Like,
is
I
just
didn't
incredible.
mean to forget anyone. There's a list of people that always
Hmm.
goes down when I touch down in the D. I thank you guys. I love you. We still have a lot to get done because my
Right.
ticket sales go live January the 1st. So I have well, the ticket sales are live now for the events
Lunch and
in New
learn.
York. Right. Ticket sales will go live for the other state in the Midwest. Ticket sales will go live in Sterling Heights, Michigan. So there's some stuff that we have to do.
Yeah,
I got to finalize presenters and start sending out emails and stuff to vendors. So there's a lot. This conference stuff is not easy.
it's not.
It's not easy. Then I may be doing some pop-up shops and going to different women organizations regarding brunch and lunch and dinners and all of these
Well,
things.
you
So
got to
that
get out there because we have to, like you said, we have to make connections and network.
yeah, I got to network. I got to make
Right.
connections.
Hmm.
So I'm really happy about that. It is almost the end of the year. I've
Yeah,
accomplished a lot. I've accomplished a lot. I accomplished some things that I didn't even have on my list. But once again, I thank God for his direction and for being a humble servant
and
because
being
we're a
obedient. Let's
humble
just, I mean, just
servant.
being obedient. I mean, because God gives the instructions perpetually. We just pick and choose what we want to hear and adhere to. So I thank you for your obedience and just really tuning your ear so that you are, because otherwise it would, you, like I said, you would know because you'd be bumping your head. We always know. We find out at some point if we're not really in alignment with God's will for our life. So I give you kudos for that. Like I said, your surrender, your submission, your obedience is all in play to make these things happen. You know,
Sometimes it is not easy,
right,
but I am doing my best.
right.
I've been called to perform a job, and I am going to do it to the best of my abilities because I don't know anything else. I
Absolutely.
don't know anything else. I come from
Absolutely.
a long line of people who took pride in everything that they did, and
And
so
as we should. And I
I don't know
really
anything different.
look for the day that we reclaim that aspect of our culture, especially our culture of that here in this country. I look forward to that because it's to a point where you almost get chided for trying to do things in excellence. No, that's where we come from, most of us. We come from people who were self-respectful, you know what I mean, that were dignified, that did things like you said to make a difference in the community, even if that difference was having food for your next door neighbor. You know what I'm saying? Or helping a elderly person with their groceries. There was a different sense of community, and I look forward to getting back to that sense of community.
So, really, essentially, the question is for the viewers. I know what I do, and Liz knows what she does. The question is, what are you going to do? Because as we approach, we are on the heels of 2025. How are you going to make a difference in your community?
Absolutely.
Do you
We
know
are
who your
going to be
neighbors are?
called.
Do you know who your neighbors are?
Hmm. We're going to be called to task.
Do you know who your neighbors are? How are you going to make a difference in your community? Because once again, I know what I do, and Liz knows what she does. The
That's what I've
question
been
is,
doing.
what are you guys going to do to make a difference in your community? For those that live in the tri state, you're more than welcome to hang out with us in Newark, March the 22nd, 2025. You can find us on Facebook and YouTube and Instagram and TikTok. We are all over social media. I have links to purchase my tickets. If you're not busy that Saturday, join us. We would love to see you there.
We will. And it's just, I'm so excited about that lunch and learn because I've learned so much more to pour back into. And so I'm excited about
Yeah,
that.
this is
Lots,
different. I've
lots.
never done this before, the lunch and learn. So it's
Right.
cute. It's cute.
Right.
It's different. We're
Right.
gonna have it in a fabulous
It's a
space.
little more comprehensive, and it's a, you
It's a
know what I
more.
mean?
It's more of an intimate setting, right?
Right. And
More of
it's
an
a little
intimate
more
setting.
learning and a lot. I'm not to
Yeah,
say that we're not going to be socializing and networking, but it's really going to be focused on the
right.
learning part of it. So,
Exactly. And it's in a cute space, the Empowerment Studio, which I love. You guys will love the space. We're going to have a delicious lunch. You'll have, things that you'll be able to take away from the meeting. And so I look forward to seeing you guys there. Liz, I love you. It's been a long day.
you
It's
know, I
been
love you.
a
Yeah, but for me, I'm kind of excited because I'm
I
going to
want, I
be
want some.
kind of local for another couple of days. So I'm just, it feels so good to be home. It's so crazy. Like just projects now at home.
I never know where you're at. I don't. Yeah, I know that you're in the area now, but tomorrow I don't know.
I'll probably be in the area for like at least another week, and I'm
Oh,
debating on whether
oh,
or not I want to go back out before Thanksgiving or just after Thanksgiving. So I'm still kind of, I'm grateful that I have a choice in that way to be able to make that decision. But yeah,
I know.
because it's been a lot. So, all right, my love, that was awesome.
Let's do brunch.
Yes, we need to. Yes. All right,
All
my dear. I'll talk to you later. Love you too.
right. Bye.
Good night, everybody.